In the sci-fi cult classic 2010, Odyssey 2, aliens send humanity a bone-chilling warning: all these worlds are yours, except Europa. Attempt no landing there. At the time, it was pure fiction, but today it feels eerily ahead of its time. Because out of all the places in our solar system where life might exist, Europa, one of Jupiter's icy moons, may actually be our best shot. And now, in 2024, NASA's about to launch a mission to find out. It's called the Europa Clipper, and it could change everything we think we know about life in the universe. But here's the catch. Europa orbits inside one of the most dangerous radiation zones in the entire solar system. So how do you send a spacecraft into one of the deadliest environments we've ever attempted to explore, and bring back evidence of life without ever landing? Let's break it down. Jupiter isn't just a giant ball of gas, it's a magnetic beast. Inside, insane pressures create something called metallic hydrogen, a bizarre liquid form of hydrogen that generates a magnetic field 20,000 times stronger than Earth's. This field traps deadly radiation. But things really get nasty thanks to Io, one of Jupiter's other moons. Io's basically a volcanic hellscape, and it spits out over a ton of sulfur dioxide every second. Jupiter's magnetic field scoops that up, electrifies it, and slams the particles around its other moons, including Europa, at over 300,000 kilometers per second. And when it hits spacecraft electronics, it's kryptonite. In fact, legendary NASA probes like Pioneer and Voyager glitched out just passing through. So what's Clipper's game plan? Simple, don't stay too long. Instead of orbiting Europa directly, Clipper will orbit Jupiter at a safe distance, diving in for quick, high-speed flybys, 49 in total, each lasting just a few hours. Between passes, it'll beam back its data to Earth before swooping in again. That's why it's called the Europa Clipper, named after the fast ships of the 1800s that made short, efficient trips between ports. And in those precious few hours, it'll scan almost the entire surface of Europa in stunning, unprecedented detail. But why go through all this trouble? What makes Europa so special? Europa's about the same size as our moon, but when Voyager 1 flew by in 1979, its cameras showed a surface with almost no craters. And in space, no craters means something's covering them up. Later, NASA's Galileo spacecraft detected an odd magnetic signature around Europa, a sign that something conductive was hiding beneath the ice. Most likely, a salty global ocean beneath the surface. And not just any ocean, one that could be up to 60 miles deep and hold twice as much water as all of Earth's oceans combined. But wait, it's minus 260 degrees out there. Shouldn't it all be frozen? Here's where it gets fascinating. Europa's orbit isn't a perfect circle. It's constantly being stretched and squeezed by the gravitational tug-of-war between Jupiter and its other massive moons, Io and Ganymede. This constant flexing produces heat inside Europa through a process called tidal heating. Enough, scientists believe, to keep its massive subsurface ocean liquid for billions of years. And that might mean one thing: hydrothermal vents. On Earth, even in pitch-black, freezing ocean depths where sunlight never reaches, hydrothermal vents are teeming with life, from bacteria to strange worms and crabs, all surviving off the chemicals spewing from inside the planet. If the same vents exist on Europa's ocean floor, well, the chances of finding at least microbial alien life get a lot more interesting. Now here's the exciting part. Europa Clipper won't need to land to search for life. It might be able to scoop up evidence mid-flight. Scientists believe water vapor plumes occasionally erupt from cracks in Europa's icy shell, like natural geysers venting material from the ocean below. We've already seen this happen on Saturn's moon Enceladus. Europa's plumes are still just hints, but if they're there, Clipper could fly right through them. And with high-tech instruments like mass spectrometers and infrared scanners, it could analyze those particles for organic compounds, salts, and maybe even signs of life. And Clipper won't be alone. The European Space Agency's JUICE mission, yep, that's really its name, is already en route to Jupiter too, set to arrive not long after Clipper. While Clipper focuses on Europa, JUICE will take a deep dive into Ganymede, another icy moon with a magnetic field of its own. Together, they'll provide a never-before-seen view of how Jupiter's moons interact with each other and the giant's powerful magnetosphere. It's one of the boldest international space partnerships in history. Now here's where things get real. Clipper was originally set to launch on October 10, 2024 from Florida. But, because even advanced space programs can't escape earthly problems, Hurricane Milton forced a delay. If everything stays on track, Clipper should reach Jupiter by 2030, and by 2031, we'll start receiving the clearest, most detailed images of Europa's surface ever taken. We'll know where the salt is, where organic materials might be hiding, and whether plumes are active. And maybe, just maybe, find clues that something's alive beneath that ancient ice. Years ago, when NASA shared these mission plans with sci-fi legend Arthur C. Clarke, the man who first warned us about Europa smiled and said, "I give you permission to land." And now, we're finally ready. The countdown to one of the most profound discoveries in human history has already begun.